Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel. Thanks for logging on. If you enjoyed these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you like this watch, you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Allow me to introduce you to your new favorite dive watch, and I say that because it's mine. This is the Mido Ocean Star Day-Date, a sensational stainless steel 42.5mm bilingual Day-Date automatic winding with an 80-hour power reserve, fit finish, materials, and solidity that rival $4,000 and $5,000 Breitlings, albeit at a price point below $1,000. This is as good as it gets. I cannot think of a single diver that has a higher virtue to cost ratio. This thing is a sensation. It wears easily on my 16cm circumference wrist. It's full-sized at 42.5mm, but because it is so thin, it wears smaller than that, 11.9mm. Keep in mind that the Omega Seamaster Diver 300 meters are now over 13mm thick, and you realize how extraordinarily slim this is for a dive watch. Even a sub is 12.6mm thick. Lug-to-lug, it is a wrist-friendly 49mm. It does spread its wings with solid end-link bracelets. Remember when Rolex didn't give you those standard? That stretch to 54.3mm across the wrist. I would say you could wear this on a strap on a wrist as small as 14cm circumference. You're probably going to want a wrist of 15cm circumference to wear this one on the bracelet, and believe me, you will want to wear it on the bracelet. You know how Patek Philippe uses pins and sleeves for removable links? Not Mido. Screws fixing removable links. How about a push button, twin trigger, incremental slider? All or nothing? Sure, over a dive suit. You want to make small adjustments, like 1mm adjustments? You can do so. Each individual detent is 1mm, and you can see how many of them you have. It looks and feels sensational, and it sounds just as good. The clasp is as good as anything you'll find on an Omega twin trigger release, and the whole thing feels as though it were milled out from a solid. You can note they even have a differential finish with a polished bevel on the flank and satin on the top, a deep engraving you can see and feel, and swing arms that likewise feel machined from the solid. The individual links have incredible design tolerances. I mean, they all feel expensive. Not just expensive, but multiples the cost of this watch. You'll even note that the finish, though mechanically applied, is nuanced and handsome, with a polished bevel on the flank and a 3-link design with a staggered center link. On the underside, big channels to avoid pinching skin, pulling hair, or trapping heat. This bracelet, on top of everything else it does, is also excellent at venting the wrist and quite comfortable. Integrated end links conform to the case profile, and you'll note even the case is anything but a default design. The crown guard structure is unique and crisp, minimalist, and refreshing. You'll note that the bevels along the case flank are subtle, handsome, and well keyed to the character of the watch. Just enough polish to accent, not so much to distract or cause glare. The bezel action, and now we may as well give ourselves a bit more light, is superb. It's crisp, the detents are clear, it has enough of a knurling depth that you could manipulate it with wet, sweaty, or gloved hands. It is a beautiful blue, a luminescent pip. Line it up with the minute hand, and this is a do-it-all watch. You have a bilingual Day-Date. The days are in German as well as English, with a quick set for both. You have hacking seconds, you have an 80-hour automatic winding power reserve, and you've got that luminescent pip to line up with the minute hand, which gives you a 0 to 60-minute chronograph, if you will. The watch is 200 meters water resistant and features a screw-down crown. And I do want to mention that the dial itself, like the case, like the bracelet, anything but a default design, all applied indices with double blocks to easily key the 12 and the 6 during the dark. Look at the vertical blue satin finish of the dial. Who else is doing that? This is the likes of which you might expect on something like a Patek Philippe Ellipse. That beautiful grained blue is sensational with just enough orange to pop. Inside, it has a thin and tough 3 Hz or 21,600 vibration per hour, Mido caliber 80. The 80-hour power reserve provided via an ETA CO7621 base. It is tank tough, it is long-legged, and in an era when Rolex is now starting to give us 70-hour sports watches, Mido gives us 80. 25 joules bidirectional winding, and very quiet in doing so. You can't hear or feel any rotor wobble. This is a watch that, frankly, feels like it costs 5 or 6 times what we're actually asking for it. My new favorite diver, hopefully yours, this is the Mido Ocean Star Day-Date stainless steel 42.5mm. See it on the watch box. And we're back with the Mido Ocean Star. As you can see, the watch featuring plenty of luminescence about its dial. Clear, easy to read, you'll never lose your orientation due to the double blocks of Lume at 12 and 6. Line up that bezel pearl with the minute hand, and now you have that 60-minute impromptu radial timer I mentioned. See this one, beautiful in blue and stainless steel, by the light of day on the watch box.